Friends, I need your help. I need you to help me understand what the appeal is of marrying somebody after only knowing them a very short period of time. So listen, maybe I'm the wrong one to go by because I knew my husband for 8 years before I was like, okay, we should get married. Now, maybe that's too cautious, and not everybody would wait 8 years. But Ian Palowski waited only 10 days to marry Melanie Boudreau. Melanie Boudreau is the niece of Lori Vallow Daybell. We call her Melanice because it's a couple of Melanies floating out there. They were all involved in the cult. Everybody was deep into it. And to distinguish Melanie Gibb from Melanie Palowski, we just call Melanie Palowski Melanice. Anyway, so Melanice, listen, she knew what was going on. She knew those kids were dead. She knew that her ex-husband was getting shot at. She knew it was all kinds of crazy going on. But she meets unsuspecting Ian. He seems like a nice enough fella. He had gone through a divorce. He was trying to have a spiritual awakening like you do when you go through something tough in your time. Something tough in your life, that's great. He was getting back into his spirituality. He was exploring things. He meets this nice lady. And after only 10 days, they get married. That's nuts. And then the morning after they get married, she's like, oh yeah, by the way, I think my auntie and uncle might have killed somebody and demon possessions and zombies and blah, blah, blah. And we in danger. And so he was like, wait, what? Why did she wait till after the wedding? Listen, I know that they wanted to fornicate, and that is why they got married quickly. That is fine. I mean, that's not fine. That's not what I would do. I would have been fornicating my little toes right on off and then got to know the man. Honestly, this dude would have been better off had he just fornicated and like repented or said, I'm sorry, or do whatever our Mormon friends do when they commit a sin. I don't know what they do. I grew up in a church where if you committed a sin, they have public confession. So I think I talked about this before, but it's a lot of new people, so I can share again. So in the church that I grew up in, Church of Christ, if you committed a sin, you would go before the congregation and confess your sin in detail. There was a push for a while that you give as much graphic detail as possible. And me being the young heathen that I was like, and then what else did y'all do? Because honey, folks would get up there and confess all kinds of things. I had a lot of questions in the car on the way home. Anyway, I don't know how our LDS friends do it. Something tells me not that, but whatever. This dude would have been better off gone and getting his fornication up. Just give it to her good. Make sure that she's, doing all the tricks and swinging from the chandeliers and all of that. And then gone saying a prayer and gone on with it. Instead, he did the right thing and he married a woman. Turned out she was in a cult. Turned out her auntie and uncle are nuts. They out here trying to kill people and actually killing people. Now, Melanice didn't know this at the time, but her crazy auntie Lori had threatened another woman and told her, if I got in the mood, I could kill you. I once watched the lights go out in somebody's eyes. I saw him take his last breath. Was that JJ? According to the psychic, Lori was there when JJ was murdered. In fact, according to the psychic, Sister Reverend, what was her name? Donna Serafina Donna. Listen, she is strange as they come, but her predictions, scarily accurate. She couldn't come near me. I don't want her to sit next to me at lunch. I don't want to sit next to her on a bus. I don't want to be in the same state with her. Because listen, let my future be a surprise. You don't need to tell me nothing. I'm perfectly happy to be surprised. I'm like, oh, that's the dude I married. Oh, that's how I died. Exciting. Yeah. Don't tell me. Don't tell me nothing. But Serafina, she knew what happened. And according to her, Lori is the one who did the wet work, did the things to JJ, and they basically killed this child in a horrific way, and Lori was there. And so what Lori said to this woman when she got mad, I guess her other personality came out, and she was like, I could kill you if I wanted to. And then she went into all the details about the garbage bags and the bleach and cleaning up blood. Girl, how you know that much about murder? I mean, listen, I watch a lot of Dateline. I watch a lot of TV shows. I don't watch scary movies because, somehow fake blood terrifies me. Murder in real life, I'm like, then what happened? So I don't know what that says about me, but there is no psychopathy in my background, so y'all don't have to worry. Anyway, it's a lot of gossip in my background, though. You can see how I'm good at that part of it. But anyway, so he married a crazy woman. Sir, You are not Captain Save-A-Ho. It is not your job to help this woman feel better about her life. Yes, she's going through a terrible custody battle and she had a bad divorce and whatever, and that is all sad. And maybe you could have put your eel in her lady cave and help her feel better and not just marry her and then find yourself up in court. Did you think you was going to be in court when you married her? Did you think there was going to be all these dead bodies scattered all over the place? Were you in fear for your life? No, you were not. How much money were you spending on lawyers before? Probably a lot. But you know what? Not as much as you're spending now on defense attorneys for your wife and custody battles. All of this is a mess. You know what would have prevented this? Fornication. Listen, fornication been saving lives for a long time. There was this dude I was madly in love with, and I was like, well, clearly we are going to make our lives together. And then we fornicated, and I calmed down a little bit. You know, once the hormones died down a little bit, I was just like, oh, he's kind of a jerk. And he wasn't really that good at fornication. So I'm going to send you you have to throw that little fishy back because there are more fish in the sea. All of that to say, this dude, Ian Palowski, he has stepped in a mess. There's no way in the world he had budgeted this kind of time and mental space in his life. And he went ahead and had a baby with this crazy woman. Listen, some men are rescuers. Ian, clearly a rescuer. And Melanice clearly needs to be rescued. Probably from herself, certainly from her relatives. She probably just needs to spend a lot of time in a psychiatric facility. Not because of anything she's done necessarily, but when you come out of a cult like this, and let us be abundantly clear, she is now out of a cult, I hope. But she had a lot of cult activity going around her, and it's clear to her that Auntie Lori, her goose is cooked. Lori going to jail. And Melanice, she not baking the cake. She not going to see you. She's not doing a strip search. She's not going to take that picture where they have like a backdrop. I've seen these pictures from when Teresa Giudice from The Real Housewives, when she was in prison. Oh, they had a nice backdrop and the people would stand there and smile and it would look like they was outside, but really they was in a cinder block room. It's not for me. If you go to prison, if my closest loved one goes to prison, I might write them a letter. Go visit you? No, thank you. Endure a strip search to see you? I really don't like you that well. I don't like many people that well. But my relatives, y'all in trouble because you're not going to see me. But, I'm going to say a prayer, light a candle for you, something like that. I'm going to send you every good wish. I'm going to send you thoughts and prayers. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you all my thoughts and prayers. Anyway, so this case rolls on. I'm scared for Ian Palowski, but this is a mess he could have prevented. And if you see him, if you speak to him, you just let him know that gossip, rumor, and innuendo said all of this could have been prevented. I'm not going to get into, you know how it all could have been prevented. Fornication. Okay, I got to go cook dinner because my husband is going to be home soon. And then very soon, they will have all the tapes up and I can hear everything that went down today. And I hear there was a lot of back and forth over letting the secretly recorded FBI tapes in. I'm told that those tapes didn't get in, but Melanie Palowski, Melanice, takes the stand. Not today, hopefully tomorrow. Maybe she took the stand this afternoon because I don't know. Court is still going on. We will find out together this evening, friends. And I'm going to listen to it as fast as humanly possible. And I will be right back here to report it all to you. You have a great, safe night, and I will see you then. Bye.